I'm glad it stopped on this. Y'all see this car? I hope y'all can see this. Y'all see the car? This is the car that he said was his. He owned this car. He got his own Corvette and everything. So that was a lot. Let's just put that clear. I just can't wait to get to that part. So after I done shot the video, he gonna pop out with the video. He gonna show the world. So I'm like, we might as well, like, you know, if we finna pop out, I already know the type of attention this is gonna bring. I just got out of a relationship. I had a public relationship. Everybody gonna be on my neck. Like, this is gonna be crazy for me, but I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it for you. He like, we're gonna be good. I got you. You straight. I'm gonna take care of you, all that. So then we just having a random conversation. Here we go with the house conversation. This is what I'm talking about when I say, listen, ladies, when you see red flags, don't ignore them. Don't do that. You're gonna be stuck in a sticky situation like I am in right now. Can't even move the fuck on because this nigga's still stalking me. All right. So I'm like, for my birthday, I'm thinking about buying me a house. Like, come January 2025, I'm gonna buy me a house. And he was like, why you gotta wait so long? He was like, matter of fact, let me buy you a house. I said, huh? You gonna buy me a house? Like, me? Yeah, who am I to like say no to that? So I'm like, you really gonna buy me a house? He like, yeah, money good, I got you. Like, and so he said, why wait till January? Let's do it now. I said, you wanna give me the house now? And he was like, yeah, but I can't leave. It got to be in Florida. So I was thinking about going to Florida to get a house. I'm just too excited about a house that I don't got to buy. I'm like, yeah, like, let's move to Florida. He kept saying, I don't want to be in Georgia, whatever. So we looking at houses. Every house in Florida, when I tell you the prices was high, but the house was low, baby, I'm getting a box for the amount of a mansion. I don't want to stay in Florida. So I start showing him houses in Georgia, and he like, dang, the prices out here is really good. For what you get. Like, I actually want to move to Georgia. So I'm like, okay, cool. So we moving to Georgia. He like, yeah. And I'm like, I never moved in with a dude. I don't know how to feel. I don't know if I want to buy a house with a man. So instead of buying it, because we were going to go buy a house, he was like, well, we can rent a house. So I was like, that sounds better because it's something temporary. It's just a year. Like, I guess we could do it. And I'm feeling you so bad or whatever. So let's move all the way to, I come to Georgia looking for houses because we didn't want to live in Florida no more. And while I hear, unfortunately, my parents get into a bike accident, and I'm on the phone with him when it happens because I get an alert on my phone that my parents got into an accident from Life 360. Download Life 360, y'all. It's gonna tell y'all everything. But I end up pulling up to the scene. I see the whole crash. My heart is pounding. I'm having an anxiety attack. My parents is on the ground laid out. So I'm on the phone with him. He's hearing it. So he's like, I'm gonna be there tomorrow. I'm gonna come drive there. Like, I'm gonna be there for you. And I know this not how I wanted to meet your parents, but I'm gonna come there because I know it's really bad and da 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 da. So he ends up coming to Georgia to see my parents. Now my mom, she real cool people. She knew what was going on. She knew the vibes. My dad was not going for it, y'all. So my mama, she done broke everything on this side. She scraped all up from road rash. My father, he's still in the hospital. He is ribs broken. He's just all destroyed. So when he gets here, he ends up meeting my mom. He got her flowers and everything. But see, my dad's still in the hospital. So he hear that it's a grown man in his house, and he trying to figure out who is this grown man staying at the house, because my mom let it happen. Because like I said, she cool people. She just, if I'm safe, she's safe. But my father wasn't going for it. He like, oh no, I don't know this man. He need to get up out my house. I don't know why y'all got a grown man in my house while I'm not there. Then, you know, I finally tell them when he get home from the hospital, I tell them that I'm moving in with this man, and my dad just go off. Like, he is going off like, you don't know what he might want for you. Men try to control you. My dad's trying to tell me everything a man is willing to do for a house, and that it's more that come with just that house. And I'm being dumb, not listening. All right. So I finally get back home. He paid for my plane ticket like he said he was going to do. And we start talking literally every day, all day. I am a full-time content creator. So if I'm not making content, I'm chilling. He is a full-time rapper. Surviving a Liar and a Manipulator Part 3. Or, you know, AKA, who the fuck did I move in with? So while he was here visiting me in Georgia, because my parents had got into an accident, we decided to go look at some houses while we were here. We eventually rolled up onto a house inside the same neighborhood as my parents. And we was like, oh my God, I want it. Like, I walked in here and I said, this is the house I want, right? So he like, all right, bet, apply, whatever. Apply for it. He kind of told me exactly how to do it. We renting a house now. We're not buying a house. So he told me every step I need to do. But then he told me that he had a realtor that can make fake pay stubs. So he like, you don't even got to worry about being approved or nothing because I got a lady who can make fake pay stubs and make it look like you got this and that, and then you'll get approved. Like, I've done it before. You'll get approved. So when a lady ends up looking at my information, she was like, oh, you don't need to fake pay stubs. You make enough. You make enough money, and as long as you have your W-9s and whatever tax forms or whatever, like, you'll be approved. So, like, I guess 48 hours passed, and I got approved for the house, and we like, all right, bet, we staying in Georgia. This is where it all gets weird. So once we got that figured out, y'all, when he came to my house, he was having a very bad toothache. This is very important part of this story. He was having a very bad toothache, and he was asking for pain pills. And I was like, Tylenol for a toothache. But he was like, I got an abscess. It's hurting really bad. He needs something stronger. So I'm like, I got some hydrocodone. I don't know, that type of pill. And he was like, nah, that don't work for me. And then, mind you, my parents just got into an accident. So he was like, do your folks got, do they got the little white pills? Because that worked for me. So I was like, them things is strong. We gave it to him. Boom. Why the next day he was like, do your mama got another one of those little white pills? Because my tooth still hurts. And he asked for since the whole time he was at my house, he probably didn't have like 5 of them. And I thought that was really weird because I'm like, why do you need those little white pills so bad for a toothache? All right. So 3 days before his move-in day, I get a DM from baby mama. And I'm on FaceTime with him when I get this DM. I'm like, yo, your baby mama just hit me up. And he like, oh, probably because you asked to meet her because you're gonna be around our daughter. So she's probably just hitting you up just to, see like, if you cool people, whatever. I'm like, first of all, my rules was I didn't want nothing to do with your baby mama. But if she just coming to make amends, cool. Y'all, I'm going to drop the screenshot of what his baby mama said to me. All right. So she over here, she says, hey, love, when are you free to talk? So this is the screenshot. That's my receipt. You can pause it if you want. I just don't want nobody thinking I'm lying. I'm like, yo, why are you sending your baby mama pictures of y'all? And he was like, remember you said we deleting it out our phone, so I just wanted to send it to her because I just didn't want it in my phone. No, this was a red flag point 1. I thought you said you didn't even know who your baby mama was. Why are you sending her pictures of y'all on trips in Colorado? And like, if somebody was to send me pictures, if an ex sent me pictures of us, I'm going to think, oh, you want me back, right? And then she sends me that. So me, I want to know more. So I'm like, shit, call me. So she calls me. When I tell you, his baby mama told me everything I needed to know. She said, oh, he asked me to get a house in my name. I got good credit and he'll pay the rent up, but he couldn't get it in his name. And then she told me he had a house, but he got kicked out of the house because he was using a fake person name. Then she was saying that he was a yerk head. Yerks are the little white pills that I was telling y'all about. So yeah, he was like, she said he had a yerk problem and he's a liar. He don't do nothing for, and I'm thinking she a bitter baby mama, like, but no, she was telling the truth the whole time. So I called him like, yo, what I told you I didn't want to deal with no BM drama. And he like, she's lying on my grandmother's grave. He loved to lie on his grandma's child. So he was just like, she's just doing that because she's jealous that you got stuff going on and she just a drama-fied person. Like, I don't even know that girl. And she always did this. Like, she always gossiping. That's all she wanted to do. You sat there on that phone and let her gossip to you for 2 hours about me. She was telling me tea, baby, tea. But anyway, I had already signed the lease, and I had brought the lease to my mama or whatever, and she was like, why his name not on the lease? And she was telling him, put your name on the lease so you don't feel like you living with her. Like, this is your house. So I'm like, why you not putting your name on the lease? He was like, nah, because if you ever wanted to kick me out, I just want you to feel comfortable. Like, this is your house. Like, even if you kick me out and I do something crazy or you don't want me living there, I'm going to still make sure I pay up the lease or pay up the rent for a whole year because I'm a man of my word. So since he was going to pay the rent up for the year, I thought, like, shit, all right, cool. Like, if you cheat on me or if you lie to me, if you do some stuff and I don't want you living with me no more, you can leave because my name is on that lease. Okay, y'all. Who the fuck did I move in with? So I'm like, if you're going to move in here, what you going to do with your house in Florida? He was like, I got that taken care of. I already paid that up. I'm going to have my brothers stay there if they want to. You ain't got to worry about the house in Florida. Like, I got that. I said, what you going to do with your dog? Since you already got a little dog, I don't want to bring my dog because, he's too big. And it's just a dog. Like, I'll just give him to my brother. Right. So now I'm like, This was a red flag. He has to have a U-Haul, but all his stuff is in a storage. But it don't make sense because if you have a house there, if you've been living on your own, why is all your belongings inside of a storage if it's not in your house? Red flag. I knew something was wrong with that. Child, it's time for him to move in the house. He moved in. Everything was just so freaking sweet. I'm like, yay, you know, we finna have like playhouse, happily ever after. We finna have fun, make content, because he was a vibe. You feel me? Like we was having fun. That's what he portrayed to be. No, when he got there, he had a whole stuck up attitude. I was like, what the hell are you? Like, it was like a whole different version of him. The day he moved in that house, oh my God, he changed. He was not that person on the phone. He was not that person in Miami. He wasn't even that person that in the music video. He changed. I'm like, let's go, you know, go to the city. Let's go have some fun. Like, we just moved in. Just chill, like, relax. Like, he started getting snappy at me. And I'm like, okay, I'm not thinking nothing of it. So then he started bringing up his tooth hurting again. And I'm like, you ain't got no insurance. Like, go to the dentist. He don't got no dental insurance. So you know what I did? I was like, as a woman, I'm going to make sure you get some dental insurance and some medical insurance because you don't need to be out here with no insurance. I set him up an appointment to go to the dentist and everything. Whole time his tooth hurt. Do your mama got some more of them white circle pills? I'm like, oh, let me ask her. You know, she just got in an accident. You know, she need them herself. She's in real pain here. So I go ask her. She gives me a whole bunch of those circle things, right? And I give them to him. And he's like, I don't know what these are. Like, I got to look up these. These not the same as the last ones. So he told me he sold them things. And y'all, the next day I was cleaning the kitchen and I looked in the back of the drawer and the same pills he said he sold and got rid of was hiding in the back of the drawer. Like he was hiding them. Oh my gosh. So this started to make me wonder, like, was his baby mama right about his problem? Because it's not making sense. But I didn't say nothing to him. I kept that in the bag. I keep a lot of stuff in the bag until it's time, right? All right, y'all, I gotta go to film rehearsal real quick. So hey. I'm gonna come back with part 4 of Who the Fuck Did I Move In With, or Surviving Fucking Liar and a Manipulator. But yeah, stay tuned. Part 4 of Who the Fuck Did I Move In With? So after part 1, child, BM then reached out to BD and was like, what you say about me? And he was like, she's lying. I put it on my granny. You know he gonna put something on his granny, child. So she like, shit, let's add her on 3-way since she lying. I get on 3-way, y'all. This man is talking about, why are you lying? And then listen how hurt he sound, y'all.
I'm gonna embarrass you. I know how to embarrass. I wasn't gonna do this shit, but since you embarrass me. Air your business out. You know, I haven't even told the full thing. So
anyway, so he said he gonna embarrass me, right? So I'm like, how you gonna embarrass me? Y'all listen to what he said. This all he got on me. I got all them pictures of you. I got them pictures of you. Watch, I'm gonna post it. Ain't no more boundaries.
You said my naked pictures? I'm sorry, what?
So even baby mama like, why would you do something like that? Like, you're this angry that you're gonna go try to post explicit pictures of me. Anyways, let's get into the story, because I'm not even close to the end, baby. I just started. This man told me that his name was Sean. That's what he told me. When I first met him, he said his name was Sean. I'm like, huh? And I knew that wasn't his name because when I got on the phone with his baby mama, I referred to him as Sean. I'm not going to say the full name, but it was the Sean, right? And she like, who is that? I said, that's him. What you mean? She like, that is not that man's name. I said, yes, it is. What you, like, I've been calling this man that since I met him. My parents even calling him that. Y'all, he done told me a whole fake name talking about, that's what my daddy named me. My mama named me something else, so I got 2 names. Okay, red flag. So back to the little white circle problem. Once I found that the pills in the cabinet just ended up missing, right? I go to my mama's house and he texts me this. Just bring enough to make it into my dentist appointment so you don't have to keep going back, right? Because he keeps asking me to go back for them little white circle things. So when I go home, I tell him I got some of these. It's like M365. I don't know what they are, but that's what it say on the little white circle thing. These not the original ones that we was giving him. These different. But I said I didn't want to go to my mama and ask her for no more of those, right? I didn't want to keep asking her, can I get some more Oxy? And he just like, that's fine, that's perfect. Just bring me a whole new tooth. That's how much he was trying to make it seem like it hurt. But once we moved in together, like I said, I decided to get him some dental insurance and some health insurance because he didn't have none. And so get his tooth problem fixed because I'm tired of hearing about it, right? So once we get the tooth thing handled or whatever, now we just living a normal life. Not even gonna lie, we living a normal life. He don't want to go nowhere, but he want to stay in the house. He don't want to really spend no money. That's what I'm peeping, which is fine. It's fine because it's not nothing. It's not even about no money, child, but it's little things that I started peeping once we moved in. On the 4th of July, we go to the store, we buy a whole bunch of fireworks, y'all. We like, let's light some fireworks or whatever. So before we start popping fireworks and our friends come over, he hungry. He want to go to Taco Bell. He love a Taco Bell and McDonald's. That's a McDonald's warrior right there. Speaking of that, when he first, decided to take me on a date, I'm eating lamb chops. I ain't never ate a lamb chop ever. I'm over here eating lobster mac and cheese. He took me on a date and he spent so much money. When he moved in, we was eating Popeyes, McDonald's, and Taco Bell. Heavy. I even like the damn Taco Fiesta fries now, y'all. That's how much we was eating it. Like, damn. And so for the ones like, why you ain't cook for him? I was trying to cook for him, but he was like, I don't eat that. I don't eat this. I don't got to eat what you cook. The other dudes you've been with, they must eat what you cook, but I ain't them. I eat this. I eat that. I'm like, oh my God. I didn't even want to get in the kitchen with this man, but he love a DoorDash Taco Bell though. So we get riding the Taco Bell. It's late at night, y'all. We riding normal. All of a sudden, I see blue lights behind us. I'm like, what you do? Like, did you not put your signal on? Because we ain't even go too far. He like, I don't know. Y'all, we stopped at the Taco Bell and the man pulled us over or whatever. And he like, you got your license? He was like, nah, I left him. He was like, well, somebody's license is suspended on this car. But officer asked him, what's your name, first and last name? He tell him his real first and last name. He run it. He like, oh, both of y'all license is suspended. Whoever owned this car, license is suspended, and it's been suspended since March. So he looking crazy, and I'm like, dude, your license been suspended? He like, nah, I don't know what he talking about. My license shouldn't be suspended. Let's run this back real quick though. While we was on FaceTime, while he was living in Florida and I was living in Georgia, he had got pulled over one time. Same thing happened, but they took his vehicle. And he was like, man, my license was suspended, but I got it taken care of. Because the next day I'm like, yo, did you get your car back? Like, you good? You straight? Because somebody had to come pick him up. He was like, yeah, I'm going in the morning. I got it taken care of. I got my license back and everything. Like, everything was all good. So when they was pulling us over, when he was at my spot, I'm like, I thought you got that handled. He was like, my license shouldn't be suspended. Officer like, oh, you must don't like paying tickets. Your license been suspended since March. You must don't like paying tickets because dude, dang, I really should be taking you to jail. But ma'am, what's your first and last name? I'm like, me. I give him my first and last name. He was like, well, you good to go. You drive, but you need to go back to Florida and get that handled because I'm being nice because it's the 4th of July, but I really should be taking you to jail. Oh, and he pulled up a fake insurance card because he ain't got insurance on his Hellcat. He pulled up a fake insurance card, y'all. Or if it wasn't fake, it was an old one, probably from way, way back when he first got the car. So he said he gonna get it handled. He going back home to get it handled. So we let it go. We ignore everything, child. We go back home. Everything all good. But this is where it started to get a little bit fishy. It's time to go pick up his daughter, right? From Florida. And on the way there, I'm driving because I don't want him to get pulled over no more because I'm thinking he's going to get his license fixed. So I'm driving. So while I'm driving my whip there, it's like he got an attitude over there in the passenger seat. And I'm like, what is wrong with you? Why you got an attitude? He's not telling me. He's just typing real hard. Type. Like I'm talking about he's a typing warrior right now. This man is going at it with his baby mama. And I'm like, why are you over here mad and stressed out and depressed about your baby mama? What's going on? She don't want me to see my child. She never want me to see my child. She always lying, saying I don't do this and that, but she always preventing me from seeing her. She like, you know how baby daddies be. So baby mama ends up texting me because we came to an agreement that they don't get along. And I was like, you know what? I'm not on the beef. I don't want to beef with you. We cool people. I'm gonna be around your child. I don't want you to have to deal with that with him. So you could just talk to me. So she hits me up and was like, girl, he back at it again, sending me all these paragraphs. Tell him to leave me alone. I only want to talk through you. This is what she said. I don't want to talk to him. So I'm like, okay, whatever. He sees me talking to her. He's like, what you texting her for? Like, dang, like, I don't even know why she hitting your phone up. That's your best friend now? That's your friend? I'm like, not you got an attitude. So now he don't even want to drive because he was supposed to drive the second half. He don't even want to drive. He's just heated, upset. He on the phone with his mama going off about his baby mama, y'all. This man talked about his baby mama like she was a dog. So there was signs of like bipolarism. Like I really can see that this man had like two different personalities because he'll scream and yell, and then all of a sudden he'll be like, "I'm sorry, I'm sorry." I'm like, this nigga crazy. So when we pick his daughter up, when I tell y'all, I literally was watching how he treated his daughter, and I'm not trying to say he treated her bad, but I seen little stuff that just was a red flag. He was riding in the front seat with her, in his lap, literally, and then I'm looking at like, shoot, this how you treat her? Who am I to tell you how to do your child? Like, so I'm getting accustomed to, oh, this is what y'all do. So he's like, well, she do it too. Like this is what my baby mama do too. Like it's okay to have her in the front seat because she be crying in her car seat. I'm like, dude, she ain't got no seatbelt on. She in your front lap and you on the highway with her in your front seat. But none of my business. We even did a little TikTok video of my car driving itself. He then got out the driver's seat while the car driving itself. Baby in the back, I'm in the front seat. I'm just as bad for even condoning this now. Let's get this together. Because why did I let him do that? I really just felt like it wasn't my place. I never dealt with nobody with a child, so I didn't want to get out my place. But I knew somebody was gonna be mad at that. Because child, you don't do nothing like that. But whatever. We get back home. We in Georgia. Everything is fine. These are things that he was saying to me while he was here. He was like, I'm sorry that I've been acting like this. It's my grandma's anniversary. I've been a little bit down, all of that stuff. So I'm like, let's go to church. He's not want to go to church. He like, I don't know them people. So I'm like, I got aggravated and like, yeah, whatever, y'all. But when I got home from church, right, I was like, why you ain't want to go to church? I had an attitude because it threw me off. Something didn't feel right because he was just so like, I don't want to go there. So I was like, yo, are you a man of God? Like, are you a Christian? Do you believe in God? He was like, oh, I got to go to church to believe in God. I said, no, I'm just asking. You don't got to get defensive with me. I just want to know. We never had this conversation. I thought you were, because of the tattoos on you. You got all these Christian-like tattoos. I believe in a God. I believe that there is a God. There is some God. There's a higher being. That's it. So I'm like, cool, whatever. That's none of my business. But that did make me feel some type of way because one day I told him, hey, make sure you pray before your food. And he was just like, oh, like, dang, you always want to make somebody feel bad. I was like, just pray. And he was like, I don't even want to eat no more. Like, dang, you have to say something. I just knew something was off about him. So you know what I did? I went through that phone. And when I went through that phone, I found everything out about that man. He been lying to me since he met me. Since he DM'd me, that man been lying about his whole identity, child. His whole identity, y'all. Oh! Part 4 of who the fuck did I move in with? Part 5 of who the fuck did I move in with? Once I found out he didn't have no insurance on his Hellcat, and once I found out that he showed that officer a fake insurance card, it just threw me off a little bit. But it made me start thinking, how did he pull up on me in a red, brand new 2023 Corvette if he ain't got no insurance on his Hellcat? And he needed a co-signer on the Hellcat. So how did you end up getting a C8? It's not making sense to me. And ain't nothing wrong with no co-signer, baby. This mine. My mama, thank you very much. She is my co-signer. Let's just get that together. But me being a woman, I don't want my man to go to jail. So I'm like, look, you drive my car, I'll drive your car. If I get pulled over in your car, when they run the tags, I got a license. I got insurance. I got all of that, right? So now he's driving my car and I'm driving his. But his wasn't starting sometimes. Like I had to put the gas pedal on 3 times, damn near close my eyes, turn around 3 times for the shit to start. So I'm like, bro, I'm not gonna be driving your car and it won't start. Like it's already loud as hell. And he's like, bro, it just need an oil change. So me, I'm like, let me make sure I take care of my man. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, let me schedule him an oil change. So I scheduled him an oil change at the dealership. And when I get to the dealership, they telling me it's more than an oil change. So I'm like, you know what? It's cool. Whatever it is, I don't care how much it costs. I got it. It's your birthday gift. Your birthday coming up. I will take care of your car. But when we went to the dealership and then they diagnosed his car, he said, oh, I already got a diagnosis. I already know what's wrong with the car. And he gave them a slip that he got from the previous dealership. So now I'm thinking, you told me it was just an oil change, but you knew your car been messed up for a long, long time. But hey, ain't nothing wrong with a messed up car. It's just the lies he was telling. I was just kept catching him like, why are you lying about little stuff? So whatever. They come up with how much everything gonna be. Just know it was over a rack. I ain't even gonna put too much numbers in here, but it was over a rack, and I didn't care about swiping my card. So once we go back to our normal lives, I'm like, I want to go do something. I don't want to sit in the house. Like, not that I want to be outside, but he quick to be like, oh, you want to be outside? Then go be outside. I just wanted to go out the house because he just wanted to sit in the house and play the game. It was just boring. Like, dude, this not the life you said you were gonna give me. He like, man, look, if you want to go out, go ahead. Put my card on your phone. You ain't got to ask me for nothing. If you want anything, just use my card. So he puts his card on my Apple Pay. I never used his card on my Apple Pay. And then one time I had went to go out to eat, and I was like, dang, I just spent like $100 on my food. He was like, why you ain't use my card? So I tell him, I don't want to use your card because I don't know what you got on your card. Like, I don't want to just, I'm not no gold digger. I'm not nobody who want to spend up nobody money. So I'm not finna use your card if I don't know what you got on there. He was like, oh, so you calling me broke? You trying to say I ain't got no money? I was like, relax. I just said I didn't want to use your card because I'm being generous. I don't know what's on there. And I started seeing little signs that he didn't want to spend no money when I'm like, we need to go shopping for the house. Like, he brought his furniture from his storage, but it was other stuff that we needed for the house. I'm like, can we go shopping? Because when he was in Florida, you know, when a girl got a house, she get to go on furniture shopping, decorating shopping. But I started to try to go buy furniture, and he was mad. Why are you spending money without me? And I want to help you, but you want to be so independent and do everything on your own. My mom even got involved, and she was like, Kia just excited about the house. She just want to go shopping with her mom. Let her go shopping with her mom. And then, you know, when you get here, y'all can do the rest of the shopping. He's like, but dang, she just spending too much money. Seeming so concerned about how I'm spending my own money, right? That right there was a sign of control. That wasn't, oh, he's trying to spoil you. He's trying to make sure he helped you. No, it was a sign of control. He didn't want me to spend my own money because he knew I had it. But when he moved in, this man ain't put no money into the house. Zero, nada, no money in the house. He did send me like, I don't remember how much he sent me. Like $200 because I was like, just send me the money through Apple Pay. So he did send me that, no cap. But once we moved in, I'm like, are we gonna put something in there? He was like, we just moved in here. Why are you trying to spend so much money? I'm like, bro, like, I was trying to fill the house up with furniture, but you wouldn't let me. But now that I'm asking you for it, you're getting mad at me. Child, when I went through that phone, because trust me, stuff just wasn't adding up. It didn't seem right. Actually, this is why I really went through his phone. One night, he was helping me take out my hair, y'all. And, you know, we real close. And I seen him hurry up and delete a message real fast. And I didn't, you know, I ain't like tell him I seen it. I just waited till he went to the kitchen, picked up his phone, went to his recently deleted, and recorded it real fast. Like, you couldn't tell me nothing. You know how fast I recorded that recently deleted screenshot? Baby, he couldn't tell me nothing. Now, I would add the receipts of what he deleted, but I don't want to put baby mama personal business out. But he deleted the thread of his baby mama. So when I confronted him about it, he was just lying through his teeth. And since I seen he started deleting stuff, I'm like, oh, I can't wait to go through this man's phone. Y'all, don't go through no man's phone unless you really feel like something going on. Because I should have been went through his phone. I would have figured out everything he was lying about. I'm going through his phone, and I see a thread with his, not his record label, because remember he said he had a record deal? He'd been dropped from that record deal. And there's nothing wrong with that, but he made it seem like when he first met me, he was still with Sony. You're not with Sony no more. But then later on, he told me he was independent. So it was the lies he forgot he was telling me. But I was just, you know, keeping up. You know what I'm saying? I'm just putting it in the bag. He's literally finessing his record label, or a marketing promo label. I don't know what it is. It's not a record label, but he's finessing whoever is investing in him for promo and marketing. He's finessing them, literally scamming them. And I should have known that when he was trying to get my brother to help him. He was like, you can work with me. We could finesse it. I could just tell them you my producer, you my engineer, and we could finesse them for like $5,000. I should I'm like, how would you finesse a record label? It just didn't make sense because I don't know nothing about the music industry. But in the messages, he was saying, dude, I gotta shoot like 5 videos. I need the 5K. Like, mind you, he ain't shoot not one video or made not one song or dropped anything since he made First 48. So when I'm reading this, he like, I didn't shot 5 videos. Either I was going to shoot 5 videos or I shot 5 videos. I need the money for it. I gotta pay the videographers. So they like, all right, bro. But it was around the time rent was due, y'all. So it's making sense. He didn't have it. Like he said he had it. But he was finessing his record label to pay for the rent. Yes, he was. That is the truth. Because he loved to say, well, how was the rent getting paid? Because you was finessing them people saying that you was making videos, you had interviews, you had to get outfits for your everything. You was just saying you did all that, but you ain't do nothing but stay in that room and play the game. But they sent you that money though. Then the next time run around for when rent is due, he told them people that I guess he had to go meet them in person because he never met them in person, but they need to pay for his plane ticket. They need to pay for his Uber, his hotel, but him and his girl going. So that way they paying for two people. We never went to LA like he said we was going to LA. You know how many times he said we was going to LA and we never went to LA, child? He used the money that the record label sent him to pay rent. I mean, look, there's one man that's gonna make it happen. If he gonna make it, he gonna fake it till he make it. I'm gonna be honest about that. But that's how I knew. Wait a minute, he not having like you say he having. So I got to do a little bit more digging. The light stopped hitting me. I had to move directions, baby. I need y'all to see me. But anyways, while I am going through that phone, I also see that he is asking his friend, his little dealer friend, for 10 of those white little circle things while he here in Atlanta. He's saying he's gonna go to his homeboy house in Atlanta, but instead he's going to go pick up those little white circle things. So the whole time he been living at my spot, he been popping them, and I never seen him. I never seen him do it, so I never even thought nothing of it until I finally approached him and I confronted him about it. Because one day we went back to Florida, and when we went back to Florida, it was because he was doing some type of interview, y'all. He was doing some freestyle, creeping through the streets freestyle. And on the way there, he also caught a little attitude with me because of some food. I didn't want food, and I made him order some food on the phone, but then I made him cancel it, so he got real heated with me. That's another sign I seen of anger. I'm like, why did you get so mad over that? So he was like, don't worry about it. I'm gonna give you your car. I'm gonna go ahead and go get my other car, my C8. I said, what other car you got? He was like, my C8. I'm like, okay, so he mad at me about to leave me stranded in Florida and go pick up his C8 because, you know, Hellcat back in Georgia. We talked it out, and then later on, he goes and I'm talking about we go to this neighborhood, and it ain't the interview. And he's about to be late to the interview, right? But I'm like, where are we going? He said he got to go pick up some keys real quick. He got to go pick up some money. Man, I'm looking through that phone. It's like, come to find out, he went to go pick up some more of them little circle things. So Nacho went to go do a little deal in my car. And then you told me you was picking up some keys and some money. Nacho went to go do a little deal. And when I guess confronted you about it, ew, is it a filter on me? So when I confronted him about his phone stuff, right, y'all, this man was going I'm talking about, he was like, what? Do I do drugs? Do I have a problem? This is the narcissistic manipulation stuff. Let me post the screenshots of what he said once I confronted him. Like, hey, something not right, something don't seem off. I just want to know, you know, because he didn't know I went through that phone. I just want to know, do you have a problem? I want y'all to read by yourself. Pause and read, y'all. It's very important information. This is Manipulation 101, part 5 of Who the Fuck Did I Move In With? Once I found out he didn't have no insurance on his Okay, so it seemed like this man is now stepping outside. Now he want to talk. Now he want to start posting. And me, one thing about me, I got receipts. I'm going to post what he posted about me. And then I'm going to post the receipts behind it. She sound broke her damn self. I don't blame him. I wouldn't pay nowhere. I don't stay no more. You right. That's stupid. Delusional. But that's who he is. Delusional. You trying to clock somebody's tea, but you making sense. Why would you pay somewhere you don't stay? He kept saying he will pay it. And then, D, bitch out her damn mind. G, 20,000 is crazy. So this not you texting me? So this not you texting me October 14th? You up? So with the rent, if you still wanted me to pay it for the rest of the year, that's $20K, right? Okay. Well, I can't just Apple Pay that. So soon as this wire clear in my bank, I'm going to write you a nice check, and that's my apology to you. You said you were going to give me $20K. I keep you updated on everything. That's the deal. If the deal going to go through smooth, I'm super excited and all that. So now you want to flex to act like 20G is crazy. You came up with this bright idea. So you and that girl who calling somebody broke, you out of all people know I ain't broke. You know how much you know I ain't broke. And I didn't even get to the part where your insufficient charges was coming through the mail. I ain't post them receipts yet. So talk about being broke. The receipts is coming. The bank statements will be dropping. Don't play with me. Okay, so it seemed like this man is now
So y'all, apparently the guy that she's talking about, he's a Florida local rapper or whatever. He got wind of the story time, so he started going on to his lives and talking about her, and he went on Snapchat and told them basically that she was M-worded. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But all right, we want to keep getting to this story time because it's getting gooder and gooder and gooder.
Around be like, who you sleeping with, who you laying with, who that dude you talking to, why are you with another dude, why is it so many men, all this stuff. Like, is it gonna be a man at my house if I'm gonna be paying the bills? I ain't paying the bills for another man to stay there. That's cool and all, but I knew that was your manipulation of still trying to hold me. You know what I'm saying? But while we're at it, since I'm not continuing the story for real on this part 6, I want to address a couple of things. So I heard your brother was talking about me on Facebook. Is this the same brother you told me that stole from you? I just want to know before I clock him, because I know you got a whole bunch of them. I just want to know, is this the brother that you was talking about? Huh? I also heard your mama was on Facebook talking about me. I never met her a day in my life. You know why? What did you tell me? What did you tell me? Do you remember what you told me why you didn't want me to meet your mom? Huh? And Mom Dukes, if you even think to talk about me, not knowing who I am, I don't have no boundaries. I know everything about you too, baby. You know your son. You know your son gonna tell it. So don't come for me, baby, unless I send for you, because I'm going to clock you. Know that. And then you try to put in your song that I'm talking about your baby mama. Do you want me to post all the screenshots of you talking about your baby mama? You talked about your baby mama the whole relationship. You in love with that woman. At first, it was I didn't know who she was, but true colors ended up showing throughout our relationship. You started off by saying you didn't even know nothing about her. It really was like a one-night stand type of thing, and then boom, baby happened. But then to come to find out, I'm over here finding pictures in my house of you and your baby mama, along with that Narcan spray. You know what I'm talking about. Let's clock it. I know you didn't know I was capable of coming to the internet and really putting it all out there. But at the same time, I don't feel bad, because if you go low, I go to hell. And I know that's not the right thing to do. You want to talk about my Christianity. You want to talk about me being a godly woman. Let's talk about all the times you told me I was the reason you got closer to God. I was the reason that stuff started changing for the better for you. I'm the reason that life got good. You left everything in Florida because there was nothing for you. You didn't care about Mom Dukes. You didn't care about Pops. You didn't care about your brothers. You didn't care about them drama-fied friends, them homeboys that ain't got nothing going for them, the ones who always, don't sit on this app and then go try to make a diss track about me when I have all the ammunition. Don't do that, because I really be playing it cool. Think about what you do before you post it, because last night you posted on your Snapchat, you tried to be funny because somebody called me broke, and you tried to repost it. You called me out my name too. Know that. Know I'm going to get you back for that. No, I'm going to add in an extra screenshot for that one. I only decided to come to the internet because I felt like I wasn't being heard. I felt like you was trying to control me, and then you walked away from me and left me with all the bills. I felt like, okay, bet, since I'm going to have to pay all the bills, I might as well tell my story. Because what am I getting out of not telling my story? Nothing but a whole bunch of bills. But anyway, child, Mama Bear, please don't try to come to the rescue for your son. I know that's your little cub, your little Ninja Turtle. I understand that. But we rode past your house, I don't know, like 10 times on Quail Lane, your mama house, his grandma house, and he didn't even come speak to you. He didn't even want to see you. We came all the way from Atlanta to Florida, and he didn't even want to see you. So, like, you coming to rescue for your son, but I know everything. The BBL, I know about it. I know it ain't a secret, but did he? Part 7 of Who the Fuck Did I Move In With?
And you saying that I feel alright, but I accomplished more than you did in your whole damn life. I got a plaque, I went gold, I made money, I run shows, I bought cars, I bought clothes, I bought houses, I bought hoes, bitch.
Okay. That's what did it for me right there. Cause I didn't really listen to the whole thing. I just listened to the first part. It was hype. But then when you started saying all the stuff that you have and how you accomplished way more than me in your entire life, and it started making me think, wait a minute, hold on, what's going on here? I'm gonna get back to that at the end of this video. Let me finish my story real quick though. Once he told me he was going to stop that little circle white thing, he didn't need it. He just did it for fun. He was bored or whatever. He started to kind of manipulate me into saying, well, I don't understand why you even care. It's not affecting you. You ain't never seen me take one. I never acted different on one. You don't even know when I am on one, right? He started the manipulation thing about, well, you drink. I don't say nothing when you drink. It'd be worse. There's so many people out here that's doing like 30 of them a day. Like I only do 2 and right? Like he started to make it a little problem. When I looked at it as, first of all, actually, when I first met you, do you do those things? And you told me no, that you only said that for music. It's a music thing. So that right there is just manipulation. But, you know, we passed the little white circle thing. He starts telling me, you know what? I'm not lying to you no more. That was the only thing I ever lied to you about. I promise you, I've been truthful from the beginning. And a part of me was like, this man's still lying in my face, because I know something was off with the card. I know something was off with the house, with the dog, with the cars. Like I knew stuff was off. So the fact that he sat there in my face and told me that's the only thing I ever lied to you about, whatever, I'm going to uncover them while we continue our relationship. That's a red flag. See, God revealed to me a lot of red flags, and I kept ignoring them. But see, what God gonna do is continue to put them in your face. Because if this person is not for you in his plan, he's gonna make sure he continues to show you that the man is not for you. Because he showed me in the beginning when he told me he was 24. He showed me in the beginning when he lied to me about his age. Like, if you lie to me about your age, and you lie to me about your name, I should have never even dealt with you. I should have never dealt with you when I had a standard and principles about I didn't want to deal with a baby mama drama. But that's on me. This is why I'm dealing with what I'm dealing with right now. Then I sat and I was just thinking, I was about to drop the screenshots, right, of how he talked down on his BM and just a lot of stuff that would have affected other people's lives. And I thought, like, I didn't want to do that. Because at the end of the day, he still has a child, and I don't want her to grow up, like, you know, spiteful of him because of the way he was. I wish I never, you know, all the stuff that he was saying about old girl. I'm not gonna do that because they still have a life to live, right? After going through that phone, I seen that I'm gonna just keep it brief because I was gonna go into detail, but I don't want to assassinate this man character. I guess I already did. I guess I already put out so much information that it made him look, it showed his true colors, but God gonna reveal that to other people. If anybody else want to deal with him, his family, his friends, any relationships, God gonna show them what they need to if he don't change himself. I can't change him. I don't know why me putting this out was making me feel better. I guess it was because I wanted to tell my side of the story, and I wanted to kind of put out all the red flags that I ignored and missed, thinking that I was going to help the next person. But really, he still got a life to live, and I'm not trying to be the one to destroy it. My whole goal wasn't to ruin your life. Even though you left me with all these bills when you told me that you would never do nothing like that, it's okay because you don't stop my motion. God gonna make sure I have a way to pay for these bills. I'm good. He been blessed me multiple 10 times because he knew that I was going to end up in a situation like this. And I didn't think about that before. I always wondered how I was able to quit my full-time job and go full-time content creation. And then I just started getting all these brand deals, all these opportunities to be an actress, to work with A&P, to be like on top. I've always had those opportunities, and it's because God knew I was going to end up in this situation. So the fact that he still gives me abundance and I'm using my platform that he gave me to kind of put down another person, that's not who I am. So I'm gonna wrap this part 7 up with a couple of points to clear a couple of things up, but I'm not gonna post no screenshots because the screenshots would end him. After going through his phone, the cars were rented, was not his. I remember one day he told my brother, I got my cars wrapped because my brother was watching him and was like, yo, you just had a blue C8. He was like, yeah, I got it wrapped. So it's like, not only was he lying to me, he was lying to my family. And that's just insane. He lied about the house. Man, your friend helped you with a place to stay for the time being of when you got kicked out. I don't know if you got kicked out or not. I don't have no proof of that. But baby mama tell me you got kicked out of the last house that you was in because you used a fake name. But the fact that you had a homeboy that let you stay in his house until you found a new place to stay, but you down talked him as if that was an annoying friend that wouldn't leave your house, like, that's wrong. You're dead ass wrong. This man even went to the extent to put that man on the phone to tell me that was his house. Like, you can ask him right now. He'll even tell you that this is my house. So the fact that you got your friend to even lie for you just tells me more how much you're willing to go and how far you're willing to go to manipulate me. But this is how God works. In the mix of your friend lying for you, he said, I stay by myself. The only people that stay with me is me and my dog. I'm like, hold on. This is what the friend is telling me on the phone, that it's just me and my dog here. So I'm like, oh, okay. So in the mix of you lying to me, you just revealed the truth to me. So that dog that he said was his since it was a baby is really your dog. So that's why I said God just works in mysterious ways, and I'm not really trying to assassinate this man's character, but I just want to end this by saying everything this man has told me from the beginning has been a lie. And while I'm trying to work on my relationship with God and become more of a woman of God, because I know there are things that, even this series, I know it was my truth, and I know in my heart that I want to get the truth out, but I also knew what it could do to him. And that's wrong for me, because I'm not trying to assassinate this man's character. This man went on Snapchat and told stories of what happened to me about me being SA'd as a younger girl. Like, he went that far, and it just made me think I could keep going low, because when somebody go to low, I go to hell, and I don't need to do that. I was going to keep going with all the parts. It was going to be about 20 parts. But it's like, this man has already affected me a lot. It's not my job to tell y'all who he really is, because God is going to reveal that to anybody he deals with if he don't change himself. He is a kind person. Yes, when he's not off them little things, he is very, very nice. But he is a pathological liar. But let me just be 100% transparent here. I knew he was lying about a lot of stuff the whole time, and I still decided to still stay with him. That's something I gotta look in the mirror and I gotta deal with myself, because I seen the signs. I knew the red flags. It wasn't like I was just oblivious. I knew what was going on, and I still was trying to see the good in him. But it was so much chase mail coming to my house. It just accidentally got open. I don't know how it got open, but it was just open. You know what I'm saying? And it had so many lists. It was so many insufficient transactions. It was just like, wow, like, this man is trying to pretend to be somebody he's not. And it was rubbing me the wrong way, because it's like, you don't have to lie to me about who you used to be. It's not who you are no more. Like, and I always supported him, like, with any and everything that he did. I was going to post the screenshots of all the insufficient transactions. I was going to post the bank statement. I was going to go solo, but I'm not. I'm just going to tell what I saw, and I'm going to end it at that. To the mama, I'm going to apologize to you, because you raised him, so I knew that you would go to Facebook and call me out my name. I don't know you, never met you, but I'm a bitch, right? So I apologize for even trying to come at you, because I don't know you. And for the brother, I don't know you either. But you went straight to Facebook talking about me. I didn't even mention you. But to me, it also made me think, oh, this is just what y'all do. This is y'all family. This is exactly what he said. Florida's so dramified. Quail Lane so dramified. It was just showing me exactly what he was saying. So I'm going to leave y'all out of it. But don't come for me if I don't send for you, child. But what the last straw for me was, because I know a lot of people keep asking me, what was the last straw? So I started getting opportunities to work with AMP, to work with actors and stuff, right? So I'm posting me doing skits with them and all. And he started sending me screenshots of people talking about me being a bop, being basically going to be greased by an African dude. Like, it was like so many negative screenshots he was sending me. And he was like, look what everybody's saying about you, right? Come to find out, he made up those screenshots. He was texting himself, making up things, saying bad things about me, then sending it to me as if other people were saying this stuff. That is psycho. That's delusional. You're trying to hurt me and you're trying to harm me, but then you're trying to play like, who's saying this stuff about my girl? You made that about me. That is sick. Like, I could keep going and going and going, but I'm going to end it off by saying this. You said you accomplished way more than I did in my entire life. Like cars, money, shoes, all that. But what do you have to show for what you used to do? For real. And what you mean by you bought hoes? I don't know what that means. I don't know nothing about that. Graduated high school, top 10% of my class. Got a full ride scholarship to a D1 college. Then got my bachelor's degree in college, along with clothes, money, shoes, cars. Part 7 of who the fuck did I move in with?
And you saying that I feel alright, but I accomplished more than you did in your whole damn life. I got a plaque, I went gold, I made money, I run shows, I bought cars, I bought clothes, I bought houses, I bought hoes, bitch.
I'ma keep posting and keep posting. And I don't care how low my views is. I'ma keep posting and keep posting. And I don't care how.
You know what? Part 8, part 9, part 10, part 11, part 12. I think we on that. I'm sorry. At this point, I need to stop. I'm still being manipulated and not even knowing it. I'm over here thinking I'm ruining his life and he still got to live and his family's calling him sad and arguing, but you still going. You still manipulating me. You still lying. You still trying to win. And I'm sorry. I am going to continue my series. Yeah. Because it was getting good. It was getting so good, I felt bad for even thinking about telling y'all everything. But now I feel bad for thinking about stopping this shit. What the hell? This man really, real deal, just text my phone threatening me, talking about some consequences and repercussions for your actions. Sorry, sir, are you trying to put a belt to my ass or what are you trying to do for real? You know what? Who the fuck did I move in with? Part 8. So in the beginning, when I first met him, I was calling him the name that he told me his name was. So this is me calling me the name he said it was, and this is him answering, right? This is another screenshot of me calling him the name he said his name was, and this is him answering. So y'all remember when I was telling y'all that I got on the phone with his BM and she was telling me everything about him? She was like, he tried to get me to get a house in my name, but I wasn't going for it. And then she was like, he got kicked out of his old house because he was using a fake name. She told me the fake name that he was using. I'm going to get to that at the end because it all makes sense in the end. So I'm like, there's no way I'm about to move in with somebody who's doing all this. Also me calling him the name he told me. But this is what he was basically saying about how she's a liar. Same way I'm a liar, right? So when we had got together, he put his mom on the phone and she didn't even know I was right there. But he wanted me to hear her basically back him up. And mama was backing him up. Mama was like, yeah, she this, she that. She just jealous. She just mad because everything she have. I don't even know why she sat on the phone with that girl. All she do is lie. She's young and dumb. She was saying a whole bunch of stuff about BM. And I was like, oh, so maybe BM is bitter. Maybe BM is lying. So I believed everything he told me like a dumbass. Anyways, after I went through his phone and I kind of seen a lot of the truths, I kind of held it in because I'm the type to like not confront him about anything until I have all the evidence. So we lived a normal life. We was actually in love. We was happy. We was in the house, playing house, and damn near making TikToks every day. So I mentioned that I was bored to him a couple of times, that I wanted to go out and do something. He was like, bro, money good. What do you want to do? My card is on your phone. Go do what you want to do. Don't let me stop you, right? My card on your phone. He's like, do you want to go on a shopping spree? Do you want me to go buy you something? I know you like to go shopping. Mind you, I love to go shopping on my own, but he did not like that I was spending my money. Like, he would always be like, stop spending money. Use my money. Use my money. Like, I'm like, I'm good. I got my own money. So he took me to Sephora one time. He bought me some perfume. He bought me like some facial stuff. Like, it came up to like $180. Like, and he bought it. Correct. He bought it. So when we got back home or whatever, it was one day I decided that I wanted to go through his phone. And when I went through his phone, I seen in his email that he got an email notification that said something about a balance being below a certain point. This the same Chase card that was on my phone. So I couldn't wait for him to leave that house. I was going through that computer. I'm going through that computer because I want to know what's in your bank account. I'm sorry, I'm a little nosy. So I looked at that email and this is what I seen. Your account is overdrawn, negative $171. The same card that's on my phone. So I'm like, bro, what the fuck? I never wanted to say nothing to him about it because one, I didn't want him to know I was going through that email and I didn't want him to know that I knew that he wasn't having like he said he was. We're gonna get back to the Chase stuff because since he want to record all that money on social media, know that I got another screenshot for that. Don't ever say I'm lying because I keep my receipts. So one day, I heard him on the phone with the bank, and he disputed the hotel from when he got it for me in Miami. Remember when we got 2 rooms, y'all? Remember when he was like, I got your own room. You ain't got to worry about us being in the same room, whatever. He disputed the other room, saying that it wasn't him. This was another red flag that I did not mention. Before he had moved here, he was hanging out with his homeboys or whatever, and he had bought one of them a plane ticket because the car was so full, somebody needed to ride on the plane. So he was like, don't worry about it, I got it. And he never went. He never took the plane, which was cool and all. But I was with him when he disputed the charge, right? He was like, I never went on that plane and they charged me anyway, and I never booked the flight, whatever. So I never thought nothing of it because he didn't go on the flight. But I didn't think that this man pay for stuff and then dispute his charges. Like, that didn't make sense for a dude who be having, right? For a rapper, like, it just wasn't making sense to me. Anyway, back to the story. I know I'm all over the place, but I fucked it up because I was ending it in the last part, but now I'm not ending it. Anyways, we have his daughter for the first time, and it's my first time meeting his child, right? I got so excited because he was like, I told BM not to send her with nothing because I got it and stuff. Like, I don't know. They had their own little problems when it came down to the baby bag. I don't know. But I took her on a shopping spree. I was so excited to take this girl on a shopping spree because I was just like, oh my God, I'm playing mommy. Like, so to ease my mind, because I would be like, dang, like, I'm really like playing mommy and stepmom, I would come bring it to him like, I don't really think I'm comfortable with this baby mama stuff. And he would send me messages like this. This is how he would make me feel better, by basically telling me he don't know this girl and he wish he never had a child with her and all of that stuff. Like, this is manipulation stuff to make me feel good. Taking accountability, Kia. I was wrong for even believing this. Like, you're literally talking down on the mother of your child, and I took it as, it's okay, he don't really know his baby mama, Kia. Now, at this point, I have no issue with BM at all. I'm actually talking to her. Anything that has to do with her child, because she's here, she's talking through me. I'm sending her pictures like she's good, she's okay. He did not like the fact that we were texting. Like, stop talking to this girl. Leave her alone. That's all she want to do. She want to be a part of this. She want to control the situation. I don't talk to her, dude, so don't talk to her. So I ended communication with his BM because he did not want me to talk to her at all. So yeah, it's time for us to take his daughter back to Florida, y'all. So we taking his daughter back to Florida, right? And in my head, if you already have a house in Florida, because remember he said he had a house there, and the lease wasn't up around this time, so it wasn't like you didn't live there no more. Your name should still be on that house. That still should be your house. Why are we going to a hotel when we should go to the house that's yours? So we riding through Florida or whatever, and we pull up to this house, and he don't remember this, but when we was on FaceTime, I asked him to give me a tour of his house, and he showed me the outside of his house. It was like this garden in the front, and he was like, I did this. It was the same garden when we pulled up to this house. So I'm like, this is the house. And to confirm in my head, on Father's Day, I remember sending him gifts on Father's Day. I gave him edible arrangements, and I was like, Happy Father's Day, because nobody did nothing for him for Father's Day. So as his girlfriend, I know he's a father. I sent him something for Father's Day. This is why he was living in Florida. And he gave me the address to send it to, which is his address. We pull up to the same address that I sent the edible arrangements to. He goes in the house, and I'm just sitting in the car like, why are you not inviting me in the house if this is your house? Now, he don't remember or don't know that I'm putting all this together. This is the same house that you said was yours. But whatever. We go to the hotel that we have. After we leave the hotel, we go home. I'm starting to get real agitated. I'm really just over this whole thing. I start to confront him about the house. I'm like, dude, this house is the same house, the same address that you gave me. And the craziest thing is, when he pulled up to the house, I got a notification on my phone that such and such just arrived home. You know when you add somebody's address on your phone, when he give it to you, like it was like, when we pulled up, I got a notification. This was his house. It got to the point where I kind of was like over our relationship. Like, I just didn't want to be around him once I seen that he was lying about a lot of stuff. Once I went through that phone, I was just like, something not right. And I was telling him, I don't feel the same about you. So he would go to Florida sometimes. Like, he wouldn't even be at the house. Like, he didn't feel comfortable being at the house. So he would go to Florida, and he'll go to that house because I'll get a notification. And I confronted him about the house situation. And he was like, bro, what are you talking about? I have my own house. I stay by myself. What you mean? I'm finna put him on the phone. So he puts the dude that he's staying with on the phone. And the dude actually says, yes, this is his house. He was like, we stay in the same neighborhood. He just be over here sometimes because my house is open to all my friends, you know? He was like, the only one who stay here is me and my dog, Onyx. Onyx is the same dog he said that he told sit, and he was like, sit, and he wasn't sitting. The dog name is Onyx. So the dude on the phone yapping about how, oh yeah, he got his own house and we just stay in the same neighborhood or whatever. He's telling me the whole time that the dog that's been at the house is his, but not knowing the whole time me and him been on FaceTime when he was living in Florida, that was the dog that was living at his house. I'm over here like, who the fuck did I marry part one? This is literally, I feel like I'm living a Risa Tisa story, but I'm literally living in it. Like I'm in it right now. So then I mentioned, I was like, well, your BM told me that one day that you do stay with somebody else. And he was like, I only told her that so she don't put me on child support. And I don't want her to know where I stay because she could put me on child support if she know I got the cars, if she know I got the house. So of course my baby mama gonna tell you that because that's what I made her believe. And then the dude on the phone was like, bro, that girl dramified. Like they was all in cahoots about telling me about BM. So I started believing, well, I ain't gonna say I believed it at this point because now I'm like, this shit is fishy. So while he's in Florida, it's Chase mail coming to the house. And I'm starting to see multiple Chase mail coming. And I don't know, like I said, it was just open on the counter one day. Like it was just sitting there. And I decided to peek and look at what was coming in. Who the fuck did I move in with? Part 8. So in the beginning, when I first met him, I was calling him, you know, when you was a kid and like they gave you books.
All right, y'all. So she not finished her series, so we got more to react to. So that was the end. So when she come up with another one, we're gonna be on it, y'all. So comment down below. Let me know how y'all like this story. I feel like it's crazy. I feel like she was more so looking at him like as a person with money. So that's what she went into the relationship thinking instead of just really dealing with him because of him, you know? So I feel like he knew that she was only with him because of what he had. And I feel like that's why he carried it the way he did. But y'all comment down below and let me know how y'all feel. I'll see y'all in the next video.